Unleash your inner pro with Professor and play the game like never before. Get all the info on your rivals and exploit weak points. Use the mini-map timer to be in the right place at the right time. And most importantly, learn from the pro gamers how to do it. Empower yourself with data. Turn every moment into a masterpiece. Professor, your path to becoming a pro.
Muka berminyak bikinmu terusan. Face it pakai Pulseman.
That can be very flexible, right? Paper X, pretty much everybody's expecting something to be flexing already. And
shield or half shield, it's just not gonna work. You're just feeding him the kills, and now he's got that ace. 2 rounds in to the first map of this game.
Wow, that's just a big boost of confidence for Texture starting things off. I mean, yesterday he said he was hangry. Today, I don't know what he's on, but this is a whole new look. Bladestorm already available. I mean, the other thing is also just, Paper X, they had sheriffs, they're just trying to maybe go for some picks or the spike plan. Couldn't really find anything, and that's a little bit surprising.
There's so many players, I think, in this 2024 Pacific League that is on their revenge arc, right? Like Lenny, not getting the chance to play for Team Secret, and Texture, as the Des was mentioning, not having any opportunity to showcase his duelist, but here comes the dueling potential for something as he pushes up onto Orange. Any tricky business? Spots one, getting into the Astral Dimension, goes out, flashes, he still challenges something, he's got to make something happen here, and he does get it. Followed by Manya and Macaron's holding on. 3 versus 3, spike planted down.
You got the Cascade up as well, so there's a lot more room for Forsaken trying to play around this, pushing Gen G back. They want to burn down the timer, and they want to stay alive as long as possible.
Yeah, Munchkin's coming around the corner here on double doors. They're just waiting for him to drop down already. Forsaken's right here for the first contact, but gets punished by Meteor. He's going to be alone by himself. 1 versus 1, though. Dubai, unknowing of where his opponent might be, not spotting Meteor, getting closer and closer. He might not even know about this. There it is. No more utilities for Meteor, so it's a straight up start of the defuse. Dubai playing and will be winning the gamble on the peak.
Yeah, you got the advantage of the spike. Might as well just hang back and play loose and easy. And at the same time, I mean, you gotta love the utility that Paper X uses. You can see that, 3 controllers. You got Mind Freak on the Sova. What? This might not be W Gaming, but no, it still very much is. The dimensional drift gives them so much space. Monyet is already there, kind of like what Will said on the desk. That secondary duelist, instantly trading back and forth for the entire team. And with that, spike down, it's tough for Gen G to retake in such situations.
True, but they will do
jelas ini, ini apaan ini cuy? Ini apaan men? Taruh sini aja lah, tuh. Nah, tuh sabun-sabunnya kita bantu rapiin deh, ditaruh atas ya, tuh. Nah, tuh. Nah ini guys, gue kenapa taruhnya?
kill, and Mindfreak is alone by himself on Halls.
I can't believe that he reacted to that so quickly. I thought the Cascade would at least mask Paper X's intentions for just a second, but he reacts just as quick.
Karen's just so fast at being able to just get these punishes. Mindfreak's giving away his position, and of course, Texture's not going to miss the beat. Rex, they've been wanting to get this A main control for the longest time, but the smokes, man, the peek outs and the flashes, just, even though they have the triple controller, it doesn't seem like it's, you know, it's giving them any leeway.
Yeah, not yet. That's the thing. I mean, the smokes are still just smokes, and without the flash.
Bila awak terakhir ke dokter gigi?
Dengan gratis konsultasi dokter gigi
Dengan Pepsodent.
The open Texture, he's got everything, but Divide takes everything away from him, and that's going to give Paper Rex a round.
Making use of Mindfreak's position, keeping Divide hidden, they were able to pick them off apart, you know, getting information as to where Texture was positioned, as to where the rest of them were trying to approach from. They knew how to find those shots. And that's, again, something that Paper X can always do. But I think the crucial thing in that round was how something used that dimensional drift, how he pushed up all the way towards Orange, towards Bridge side. And from that point, he was able to find that back flank on towards Meteor. So that broke apart that A line of defense for Gen G.
That, and if I can add, you know, they spotted Texture on mid, so the threat of the operator is way far if they actually just start, you know, hunkering their way onto the A site, which ultimately, as you mentioned, you know, with what you said, works in the favor of Paper X on that push.
That's it, though. We still need a few more rounds. Both sides have ultimates, and Meteor has been such a menace. Now he's swapped up over back to B site. Paper X is trying to approach here.
He's already preparing himself. Ooh, where did that shot come from? Meteor, I think, just shot through the smoke. That's going to be the punish on Monyan. Waiting for the rest of Paper X to come through that B site. There's so many tripwires here. It might get a little bit tricky, but something just slowly walks up. That's all you need, you know? Just keep it simple, keep it safe.
And that's the thing about New Breeze as well. This backside, back walls, you are able to sneak up on front like that. So now that the spike has gone down, Gen G are sensing that they don't quite have the timing on this retake. Divide.
Yeah, he's going to be the first contact on this 3 waterfall down mid. He's already been spotted. Oh, Forsaken's not hitting any shots. Finally does able to do so. And the pinch works out, leaving Texture by himself. But man, he's got some options here. Time might not be one of them, though, so he might have to save up. And Mindfreak through the smoke, or through the toxic screen, blasts away something. Want to pick it up? Want to use it for attack? He will not. I was talking about the operator.
Yeah, maybe no ops for now, but you can definitely feel the impact of Alex's timeouts already, right? Just called from the previous round, now they've won 2 in a row. And you can see the clear idea and game plan, how they make use of these smokes, how they use something to really creep in, cut out space, and really block off and cause a lot of chaos for Gen G's defenses. So, wow. Counter timeout being called now by Gen G.
Yeah, they just, again, they're starting to lose grip from a 4-1 and already turns into a 4-3 very quickly to turn around for Paper X. Again, makes Gen G quake in their boots. And this is where I think it makes a lot of sense to, again, just take a step back first, because they were putting a lot of emphasis on using Texture as that big contact, but when he really can't find a contact, it feels like there's not a lot of options here for Gen G to kind of try to do something else on that defense. Sure, you get the offhand kill from time to time as they start to creep up onto certain positions, but Paper X, I feel with the composition that they've had, they're so flexible at just getting those kills, even when it's a 4 versus 5 as they push up into a site. I mean, even if it can be like a 3 versus 5, because of how many smokes they can keep to block the sight lines of the players in Gen G.
Yeah, that's right. And not just that too, right? I mean, apart from blocking off sidelines, I love how they're using this third controller, Divide as the Viper. It's more of a sentinel. It's more of a lurker of all things. Because as soon as he deploys his toxic screen, he's like, all right, I'm good. I can hang back towards mid, can get further information, try to cut off rotations as Gen G tries to retake. And that is something that we've seen him do a couple of rounds now. He is that top fragger for Paper X.
And additionally, I mean, if anybody pushes through that, you know, vulnerability as well as the decay makes challenges or fights for him quite easy. Anyways, Paper X now looking to go for that B site. They do have the shot darts, so they are breaking as much utility as they can. And of course, yep, I love this. When you use the decoy, it activates the trip, so at least you'll know where not to push. Meteor is doing his damnedest to just, again, dodge everything, but it's not working. It's a lot of kills already positioned here for the Paper X. Lost at the back of the side. Texture does make a bit of way of the back of things, but it's not going to work out, and Devi finishes it off, and we are tied 4-4.
It is an anti-eco round after all, but what a bit of an execute. Paper X, you got the fake out, you got the smokes, and they knew exactly how to work against Meteor's setup. And that's the main thing. They want to counter that Cypher pick. They want to figure out a way to go through, and they've done it. Monyet can always shrouded step over it. He is that secondary duelist. Something as the Yoru just cuts in space, he can, you know, break open those trips and create a bit of flashes for his team. And it just does so much. Sometimes Gen G doesn't quite know how to react, so there definitely is some changes in terms of that defensive setup.
Texture is still committing on this operator of his. Something one away from the dimensional. Imagine just like as Texture.
It's like,
seeing that out of the open, right? Anyways, he's already committed the tailwind, so might as well over push just in case he could get that, again, that one-off kill if ever. Seems like because they spotted get Texture on B, or an A, excuse me, they're just gonna break the whole enchilada on that B site.
Yeah, why not? We know we can avoid that off. We can just go straight for Meteor. We can go straight for Munchkin. Take out those two, and then we have the site. Seekers were deployed by Lakia, though, and he's already here to reinforce. Something's trying to get that through.
Yeah. To the interior of the site, excuse me. Monyet trying to find somebody inside of smokes, and it is so confusing to be in all of that positioning. Somehow, it is Gen G getting on top of things. Monyet, no ultimate for him, so he's stuck here until Devi comes in. So he is waiting for his teammate to give him that assistance. 4 seconds on the clock, and this is a pretty smart move from Paper X now that they still have that toxic screen to block away that control at the back of the site. We already see Caron getting closer. He might not be spotted, as well as Texture coming in from B main.
Yeah, that's the main thing. They gotta watch all exits, all entrances of this Viper's Pit. Texture could be the linchpin for Gen G.
That's a shot denied. Shorty's good. Look at this! Caron picks up the 4K, able to isolate, able to feed off of the play. The Texture is giving him the opportunity to retake the site and secure the round once again for Gen G.
Again, right? I mean, this guy, Caron, picked off the, I don't want to say streets, but the rookie coming out from like almost nowhere, but proving himself again and again. You talk about firepower, and Paper X has a lot of it, but Gen G in this new form has picked up some new guns, some new shooters, and they are definitely bringing the challenge.
Absolutely, and again, just not having any form of extra information there for Paper X. They were just going blind into calls that they wanted to do. They even saved the operator here for Texture, so he's got a chance again to find something. Not the player, but you know, the opportunity to get. I'm gonna have to find another other than something to do this. Anyways, Paranoia is activated. Texture's blinded here. He's looking for a TP, but Lakia is making some waves at the front of the site on Brick, and unfortunately, Texture's not gonna find the Paper X Yoru. That's gonna be a secure plant on the spike.